And listen, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing right now. I am responding to someone on I'm responding to someone on YouTube who made a comment about one of my videos. And the truth is, and I'm glad this happened right before I was going to do this live, because I ain't gonna be on here long, but I'm gonna give each one of you a gift. And I did it last week. I just want to say this. Someone just said that that her pain has nothing to do with her response and her assessments. And I was explaining, when you say things like, this is why I'm so glad I'm doing this. When you say things like men are incapable of love, men are only self-centered, all men. Well, that statement in and of itself comes from a place of pain. All right. And so today, I didn't want to stay on long, but I'm doing something tonight that everybody, I need to experience this. All right. And so, but I gotta tell everybody what I want to do. And so I'm listening to all of these people, all of these ladies and men, number one, who talk about things like hypergamy, femininity. And I'm sure some of you have heard about it. Toxic masculinity. And they talk about things like, I'm a pick me if you're a woman. And then they talk about things like, I'm a simp if you're a man. And the reason I wanted to do this is because the people who perpetuate red pill, blue pill, all women are thoughts, or for the streets, or all men cheat and want to use women. So listen, y'all. The reason I wanted to do this is because those things that people say, are actually keeping people from having and attracting the relationships of their dreams. Now, people that listen to me, I understand that many of the things that I might say might be polarizing. It might be polarizing, but the truth is that no one can ever say that I don't believe in love, that I don't believe in relationships, that I blame men or that I blame women disproportionately. I say that we all must level up. And so today I wanted to talk about briefly, because I'm gonna, if you hang loose with me for about 15 minutes, I'm gonna give all of you a gift, because we're gonna do a free training tonight, free. It's gonna be on feminine communication. So let me tell you what happened. I got to tell you about one of my clients recently. So one of my clients was the type of person, maybe like many of you. She is a boss. She makes $185,000 a year, and she communicated very directly, and I would say very aggressively and somewhat combative. And it worked for her on her job. It worked for her. It worked for her because on her job, this is what happens. Somebody says, I want to watch the Lions win. I go watch the Lions. I agree with you. I'd like for the Lions to win too. But for those of you who maybe are not watching that, I'm going to give you, my partner Rose and I, we're going to do a thing on feminine communication. So I got to tell you what happened. I got to tell y'all what happened. And so if anybody's interested in it, I'm going to tell you how to get in for free. All you got to do is email me. Email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. So this client of mine who was communicated directly, she was just boom. But she was dating. She was attempting to date people. And when she started coaching with me, I explained that communicating the way she was communicating during the dating process was not going to yield the results that she wanted. It was not going to yield the results. And at first, she bucked at me and she's like, Coach, I'm just me. They got to take me or leave me. And then I said, you're right. People can take you or leave you. But how's that working out for you in the dating process? And what she said was, it wasn't working out for me. And then I explained to her how she could use and balance her feminine energy. Because what she believed is, she believed that communicating in the feminine nature was a sign of weakness. And I explained to her, no, 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 no. It was actually the actual opposite. And it was a sign of strength that I could create boundaries. I could create standards. I could create them using my feminine energy, and it would not be combative, but yet it would yield better results. And so she fought me on it for a while, until finally, one day, I explained to her, I said, I want you, she was liking this guy, right? She was really liking the guy. And the guy, didn't really like the way she communicated. He even said it. He's like, gee, you're pretty snarky is the word he used. You're pretty snarky. And I said, that is a code word for you're super aggressive, you're direct, you're combative. And she didn't want to hear it. A lot of people don't want to hear it. I get it. But I tell her, listen, I am a communications expert. I know about communication. So I said, I want you to adjust two things. I said, the next time he sends a text and you begin discussing things, I want you to change the language to this. I said, and she was like, are you serious, coach? I said, yes, I am serious. I want you to change the language to this. And she was like, all right. All of a sudden, her outcome was different. The guy responded differently. Y'all, needless to say, that this guy and my client are in a relationship now. Why do I tell you this? Because in the month of February, I am going to do the whole month on dating and communication. For those of you who want to attract, for those of you who are not listening to these influencers out here talking about red pill, blue pill, hypergamy, femininity, toxic masculinity, simps and this, and those people who want to attract a good relationship from a good man, from a good guy, because there are good men out there. For those of you who want that, I'm going to be teaching in the month of February on how to communicate while dating, or if you're in a relationship. Either way. So tonight, I'm going to start it tonight. So I've got a free. Somebody says, "Where are they?" I'm putting people in relationships, and they say the same thing. Jay, where are the good women? They say the exact same thing. So I hear it on both sides. So my job, as I see it, I'm putting relationships together. So for those of you who want to come, I want y'all to come to this. I want you to come to my Relationship Academy tonight. It's normally paid. I've done it for 2 weeks in a row. Last week it was free, and I'm doing it this week free. If you want to come, we're going to do, my Coach Rose is going to do, and myself, we're going to do a free training on feminine communication. If you want to come, here's what you got to do. All you have to do is email me at Coach Kencanion, KENCANION @gmail, and say, send me the link. It starts at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For those of you watching the game, there is going to be no replay. No replay. Nope. If you want to watch it, if it means that much to you, get on in and you can watch the game on the side or whatever, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. Why? Somebody said, why I'm so loud? Because I talk loud. And if you don't like the way I talk, I suggest you jump on someone else's life. I suggest it. Listen, y'all. Let's stop trying to change who we are. Now, when we need to be better, yes. Yes, I agree. And sometimes I do talk loud, and sometimes I attempt to talk lower. But for those who don't like the way that I talk, I love me. There are many out there who do. So I suggest you go to another platform. But for those of you who want to come to the Feminine Communication tonight, what I say is email me at Coach. Somebody write that in the comment section. Coach Ken, Ken, Canion, Canion, @gmail.com. At gmail.com. Somebody said, it's okay, it's you. Yeah, it's me. Y'all, I get this all the time. You talk loud, I can't hear you. Well, turn off. I'm sorry. There are other creators out there who may be more to your liking. Now, of course, they're going to be as smart as me. They're not going to deliver. They're not going to deliver as much value as I do. Of course not. But I really don't care. I always tell people it doesn't really matter to me whether you like me or not. I got 1.2 million followers, and if they left tomorrow, I would still love me. My kids love me. I'm not looking for validation. I am looking for transformation. See, I got to deal with God. See, my deal with God is this. He says, I will give you what it is you desire, but you do my work. Y'all, that's why I ain't all about money. I'm just saying. But somebody said the other day, I got to tell you what they said. Y'all know I created the Pocket Communication Coach, and I'm super proud of that. Many of you have heard it. Many of you got it. And somebody said, don't download that. They want money. They want $20. I said, what? I said, yeah, it's $20 if you're going to use it. But is your communication worth $20? If it ain't, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. But y'all, there are so many miserable people out there. And these miserable people are attempting to, misery loves company. These people out here on the internet who are talking red pill, blue pill, hypergamy, they want you to be miserable just like them. They don't want, y'all, why are you taking advice for somebody who doesn't want you to be in a great relationship? Why are you taking advice for someone who doesn't desire the things that you desire? Who don't want you to be better in communication? Who don't want you to have a great relationship? Who don't want you to get over the last relationship? Y'all, what the fuck? I'm sorry. That shit's stupid. It just is. It just is, y'all. And so what I'm saying to y'all is this. I don't care about any of them. I don't. I care about those of you who want to change your life. That's it. And we'll start tonight. For those of you, because who want to change. And y'all, I always tell people, I don't care what people say about me. I don't give a shit. And I don't. I only care that those of you who want to transform your life, that you transform your life. That is all I care about. And for those of you who want to, I will email me at coachkencanion@gmail. And tonight I will send you the link to the Zoom to get in. It's free. It's free. All right, it's free. For those of you who want to change, who want to begin communicating better when you're dating. You want to date. You're in a relationship, but the other person can't hear you. You can't hear them because you've never been taught how to communicate. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Y'all, I was being interviewed on a podcast, a rather large podcast that's coming out soon. Brandy Harvey, Steve Harvey's daughter. I went to Atlanta this weekend and she interviewed me. It'll be out in a couple of weeks and you guys will get to see it. And I explained to her something. She was talking about communication, and I explained to her, tonight it's 8, thank you for asking, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I explained to her, we've been taught how to buy a house. We've been taught how to do our jobs. We've been taught many, many things, how to open a checking account. We've been taught so many things, but we've never been taught how to communicate. You've never been taught how to resolve conflict through communication. You've never been taught attachment styles, or love language. You've never been taught any of these things, yet you expect your relationships to thrive. You expect your relationships to thrive because you feel like you love the person. Because you feel like love will cover a multitude of sin in relationships. No, that's just for God. But in relationships, you need tools. You need strategies. You need techniques on how to communicate, on how to resolve conflict. You need all of the above. And why is it that we don't get any of it, but we just expect it to work? But it doesn't work like that. And so I'm going to give y'all tools. For those of you who want to come tonight, it's called Feminine Energy, Feminine Communication. And my coach, Rose, my partner, she is amazing at it. I'll be on and we'll talk and I'll come through and we're going to teach y'all something. But the way you get on, the only way you get on is you email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com and I'll send you the link. All right, for those of you, I'll see you later. For those of you who want to get in, peace. Have a great day.